Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 6 o'clock. I call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Present.
Alderman Bradford.
Here.
Alderman Wilson.
Present.
Alderman Dubus.
Present.
Alderman Baxter.
Present.
Alderman Pelican.
Here.
Alderman Lynn. Here we have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, we have a quorum and you have the agenda in front of you. You did get a mail out of the amendments that we have. We apologize for having the amendments, the number of amendments we have, but some of these things are unavoidable. So we want you to please accept these amendments. Consent agenda amendment 416 through 419, 20, 21 be added to the consent agenda. Item 416 through 421. In the main agenda, we have item 5.6. 520. There's a couple items, 519 and 520. We just got called today from Jackson about money that we got from CPD that ready to be spent for our fire department equipment. So we asking you to allow this to be added to the main agenda for your up or down vote. Is there any question about any of those?
Yeah, for 5.6 to remove it from the agenda.
Yes, 5.6 is, the reason for that is that got two different quotes that we didn't think were compatible and some was, so we need to redo that. We just weren't comfortable with that.
Coach Pollard would like to remove the presentation for tonight, and he's going to reschedule it at another time.
Okay. The presentation for the
District
the Recreation District 7 Division 2 champion was scheduled. So we're removing that item from the agenda. Is there anything on the consent agenda that anyone want to move down to the main agenda? A deeper discussion. If not, can I get a motion to accept the agenda with these added items and the item that's being removed, 5.6?
So move.
This motion by Alderman Wilson.
Second.
Second by
Baxter.
Silvestro. Accept the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Alderman Wilson.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'll be doing the devotion tonight for this board meeting. This morning in my devotion, I felt led to go to Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter, verse 11. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Time and chance happeneth to them all. And I just want to declare before you on tonight that this is our time and this is our chance. It's not about how fast we move. It's not about what we have, what we've gained. Time and chance. In other words, it's God's time. All he requires of us is faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. But it's complicated because how can I trust in what I can't see? We make decisions based off of what we can't see or what we can see. We also couple that with how we feel. But faith says, despite what I don't see and despite how I feel, I know what God says. So in the meantime, knowing that, that means I have work to do. Now, if I think, am I sitting here waiting for a blessing to fall out of the sky? No. Man that don't work, don't eat. I believe that there's work to be done. And in a world that we live in, so full of distraction, I've noticed a lot of people standing around gazing. So I've made the decision in my life, while they gaze, I'll work. And that's what we're doing as a city, as a board, as a community. I can't worry about what someone else got going or what other city has going or what they're doing in another state, because we got work to do. Every day, somebody asks me how I'm doing, and my reply is the same. I'm taking it one day at a time. So I try not to get all into the future with forecasting, because I want to be diligent with what's right in front of me at that time. The Bible says that Enoch walked with God. And as I continue to walk with him, just like him, he did it one step at a time. And I'm going to do it one day at a time. I got a chance to overhear. He didn't know I overheard him. But Alderman Bradford said something before the meeting started that just kind of touched my spirit. I encourage you to get involved. No more spectating. There's something for each of us to do. And if we all play our part, we'll be amazed at what we can accomplish. Father God, we thank you and we give you the glory, the honor, and the praise on tonight. Thank you for this time, because we put you first, oh God, as our guide. I pray for your wisdom, your guidance, your favor, and your blessing to shine upon this city. Shine upon the people of the city, the most important asset of this city. Bless the work of our hands, prosper us in all that we do. I'm praying for restoration of the things that we've lost as if we hadn't lost them. I'm praying for unity in our community. I'm praying for goodwill. I'm praying for prosperity. And most of all, I'm praying for salvation. Bless us like only you can. And we'll be careful to give you the glory, the honor, and all the praise. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you all. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which is stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're on to our presentations, item number 2. Wilson is coming down to a part of his presentation. I want to thank Alderman Wilson. Also, Mrs. Spain here.
No, she couldn't make it.
And Mrs. Spain is one of our counselors at the high school. And we have Mr. Chuck Redmond, who's also co-sponsor of our Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. And we have Alderman Wilson, who's the lead sponsor, and he's going to introduce them.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening again. It's my privilege to stand before you on tonight. This is my 3rd year as a part of the advisory staff of the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council here in the city of Moss Point. This is my 2nd year at the helm of it. And I just want to boast about how great young people we have in this city. Really the creme de la creme, right? And one of the things that we're working on in not just in our involvement and our participation in community service, but the core of our mission is to build leaders, right? Train up our leaders for tomorrow. The mayor is big on leaders, and as he's always said, it matters who's in leadership. So we have a unique opportunity to plant seeds in these young people, whether they exercise here within the city, at home, in their schools, and whatever they're a part of. But give them something, impart something to them that will carry them through the rest of their life because they're full of potential. So what I want to do is I want to allow them to introduce themselves in the form of their president, Chloe Bird. And tell you about what it is we do and who we are and what support we can get from you.
My name is Chloe Bird. I'm the president of the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. First, I want to thank the mayor and the board of aldermen. So I want to touch briefly a little bit about what we have done and what we're looking forward to doing in the city of Moss Point. Recently, we have helped with the back to school rally that was hosted last Wednesday. And we have also helped with the Be the Change trash cleanup last Saturday that just passed. We're looking forward to helping feed the homeless, helping with clothes drives, visiting senior centers, and just helping anywhere where we're needed with service opportunities in the city of Moss Point. Thank you.
So she had a long laundry list of things that they do, right? So much that she didn't mention. But I don't want us to only focus on that. We want to make opportunities for them to have fun too and enjoy their experience, right? And so we're looking forward to that. One of the things we do is a yearly or annual conference with all the Mayor's Youth Leadership Councils throughout the state. And we participated in that the last 4 years. We're also looking at doing something local between Goshen, Pascagoula, and Ocean Springs as well. Yet last year was our first year doing that, kind of a joint Jackson County Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. So with that, the best part is we're open. We're open for recruiting, right? We're trying to get more young people involved. With every year that passes, we lose some, but then we also gain some. So I think right now we're sitting at about 12 to 13. We would like to see that number jump up. So if you have young people, high school age 9 through 11, please refer them to us. Send them to our website. There's a scan code that they could access that will allow them to fill out an application online and get it to us. We meet monthly and we have plenty of activities planned out throughout the year, not only of service, but we have some things that benefit them and bless them as well. And lastly, I'll say this. This is Moss Point. This is our future. And it's a privilege and an honor to work with such a dynamic group. They teach me stuff all the time, right? Makes me realize how old I'm getting, how old some of us are getting. And one of the things I want to make sure that we do is listen to them because they have ideas and they know how to make it come to pass, right? So we're going to utilize their energy and move this thing bigger and better than it's ever been. So thank you all for your attention. Please keep up with us on our Facebook page, right? We have our own Facebook post. I think we're in the works of setting up a TikTok and an Instagram. And so there'll be opportunities to give. For these young ladies and a couple of young men that we have with the work that they do. Thank you all for your time.
Yeah, I was going to say Alderman Wilson said he wanted them to introduce themselves, and I want them to do that. Alderman?
That's right. All right.
We got that part.
Yeah. So let's do this. We met the president. Ms. Tracy couldn't make it to the president. Our finance treasurer, Ms. Gabby Fountain. All right. So work with me. Okay, introduce yourself. What grade you in, and what school you go to, and what grade you in.
Gabrielle Dodson. I am a senior at Moss High School, as well as a collegiate academy student at the City Gulf Coast Community College.
Come on. Thank you. We got a newcomer this year, Ms. Catherine, come on.
My name is Catherine Glad. I'm in 11th grade and I go to Resurrection Catholic School.
State our secretary.
I'm Kayla Maurice and I'm a sophomore at Resurrection Catholic.
We have another newcomer.
My name is Zeta Duncan. I'm a sophomore and I go to Resurrection Catholic School.
It's a mortgage based. senior at Rosemont High School, and I'm also a community campus. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jaylen Spain. I'm a senior at Rosemont High School and sophomore at MGCCT.
Yes, you do.
We got some representatives too.
Sugar Griffin, and I'm just tired.
Thank you.
I would like to encourage all of you that are here, if you know young people that you can encourage to join, please do that. Aldermen, if you all what that you can encourage. Next week, maybe this week, we're going to be sending a letter out to all the churches, inviting the pastors to encourage their young people to join. It's on our website. We've got 2 applications today from our website. So young people are signing up. So since last week, I think we've gotten 5 applications that you all have for your next meeting. 2 of those are young men. That's what we've been trying to get young men to get in. 2 of those applications, I believe, were young men. And the others are young ladies. So if you all know someone, please, we want to build this up so our people can really get some good leadership training during their high school years. So thank you, ladies, for being a part of this. And we're also going to have a mock meeting at some point. They're going to be sitting up here having a mock meeting so we can go through that leadership process with them. We want them to learn and experience as much as they can about leadership. So encourage your other friends to get in as well. Okay. So, Alderman, you all have any comments to the young people?
I just want to tell every one of you, all, I am very proud of you guys, especially those, and I don't want to diminish anybody else, but those in the collegiate academy, because that requires a lot of discipline and restraint. So I appreciate you guys and hope that you become the future in which we can look forward to. All right, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'd also like to thank Alderman Wilson for his dedication to spending time. It takes time and effort. Really thank you, young people, for being a part of the Mayor's Youth Council. And you're representing Rosemont well.
Okay, thank you so much. We're down to still part of our presentation. We have a young lady that I don't think needs no introduction, but I will briefly just say that Miss Margot Poston has been very supportive of our city. She worked for the Estuarium here in the county, but I claim I'm Moss Point. And she's doing she's done the work in our city with the water storm and doing a lot of research in that area. And she has another idea and a project that she's working on. So she want to bring it to us tonight just to make us aware and get our input. So Margot, come on.
As I said, my name is Margaret Costa, and I've been working with the mayor and then also a lot with Ward 1 Alderman Bradford to try to address some of the illegal dumping that's happening. I think a lot of you know that it's pretty it's a big problem, I think, throughout, but Ward 1 really has a hard time with it. So we've been talking about things, and I guess I decided maybe I should start trying to find some grants that might be out there to try to help with the cleanup and the surveillance. And one way to do that is to create a program. And so I just came up with this STOP program, which is it's an acronym. It stands for Surveillance, Ticketing, Officer Patrol, and then pick up as in cleanup. So that would be STOP. I finally was able to get a hold of coordinator, the grant coordinator for DEQ. I gave you all an abstract, kind of a project abstract. It was in your packet. I was finally, Friday afternoon, I was able to talk to someone with DEQ about specifics about the solid waste grant that DEQ has. Unfortunately, they said that they will not fund cameras. That's something that we're looking at wanting to do because oftentimes they're tampered with, people destroy them if they're broken, nobody's going to be doing those repairs. So with this specific grant, they won't do that, but they will fund the cleanups of some of these locations. They will fund the public education, which would be signs that you could put out that, you know, don't dump here. Just a little public education about dumping, illegal dumping. If you see something, say something type thing. And then the other thing they will do is they will provide funding. So the fund is the $25,000. It's a competitive fund. If you're selected, then you get $25,000 and you can spend it either on an enforcement officer. They only provide 50% funds for an enforcement officer, but I did ask them and they did say that you could leverage the CDBG grant that you have for the code enforcement have you recently hired somebody for that? Or is so you could use that as match and make that a full-time position if that's how you choose to spend that 25 grand. Or you could spend it on doing the actual cleanup and removal of some of this, or spend it on the signage and the education. So those are things that you could pay for. Also, the other thing that I have in your packet that's not quite right, they said that they won't clean up the tires, but that the county has been allocated money that someone with Alderman Bradford, the mayor, just needs to reach out to the county because they have money that they've already been allocated funding to hit tires. So they have money there, they can come out and they can clean those up, but you'll have to reach out probably to Supervisor Morris and maybe talk with him to see if the county would come to some of those spots. And this is just more of a because I've been looking into this and doing this, and if we're going to get the money, or if you're going to get the money to do this, then I might be hitting each of you up about your boards, try to find out how many tires you might have in there, how many spots are in there. If you have a big illegal dumping problem in your ward, then maybe we can address those too. So this is more of a FYI. This is what's going on. That's what I'm working with Bradford and the mayor. And if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. If not, then that's all I got.
Thank you, Margot.
Thank you, Margo.
Thank you, feedback.
We're down to the department head discussion. Is there any, do you have any question for any department here? You have their report.
Rich. We're living. How we looking over there on,
Looking pretty good. The time extension granted them, they should be, the final completion date is September 12th. Substantial completion is August 13th. So I will say the rain probably isn't helping with that and the potential tropical storm, but they're trending pretty good. They already, as you saw, they made the corner. So they should be moving along pretty quickly now. So I'll keep you posted.
Any other questions? Any other department? Okay, we're down to item 4, consent agenda. Item 4.1 to 4.15. Excuse me, 4.1, I'll just make sure we include it all. 4.1 through 4.15. 21 with the exception of 4.6. Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve.
Got the motion by Alderman Wilson and second by Alderman Chastain. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Main agenda item 5.1.
Item 5.1, to approve or decline the Ida/Zeta damage study project. Request board approval of request for cash number 12 in the amount of $35,000 and authorize the mayor to execute the same for submission to Mississippi Development Authority, submitted by Tricia Pelican, City Clerk.
Motion to approve.
Second, Alderman Chapman, second by Alderman Wilson. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Item number 5.2, approve decline I-10 commercial corridor improvements project. Request board approval of request for cash number 10, $5,165, and authorize mayor to execute same for submission to MDEQ, submitted by Tricia Pelican.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderman Chastain and second by Alderman Vastro. Are there any questions? Any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Item 5.3, approve decline the fourth amended and restated grant agreement GCRF-21-32 between the Mississippi Development Authority and the City of Moss Point to assist Moss Point with its Interstate 10 Frontage Road North and South project, submitted by Tricia Pelican, City Clerk.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Chapman and second by Wilson. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Item 5.4, approve decline the fourth amended and restated grant agreement 22-43 between the Mississippi Development Authority and the City of Moss Point to assist Moss Point with its Magnificent Mile 2.0 project, submitted by Tricia Pelican, City Clerk.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Wilson,
Second.
second by Alderman Chapman. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
5.5, approve decline the third amended and restated grant agreement GCRF 23-58 between the Mississippi Development Authority and the City of Moss Point to assist Moss Point with its downtown revitalization project, submitted by Tricia Pelican, City Clerk.
So move. Second.
Motion by Alderman Chapman, Chastain, second by Alderman Vastro. Any questions? Favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
6 was removed. 5.7, approve decline a recommendation to change Thomas Turner from detective to patrol officer, submitted by Dennis Stevenson, Chief of Police.
To approve.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Wilson, second by Alderman Chapman. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
5.8, approve decline a recommendation to hire Chloe J. Batiste for the vacant position of Human Resources Assistant, submitted by Denise Barnett, Director of Human Resources.
So move.
Motion by Alderman Bradford, second by Alderman Wilson. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
5.9, approve decline a request to temporarily appoint firefighter Ricky Harris to acting lieutenant with compensation of lieutenant submitted by David Iker, interim fire chief.
So move.
Second, Alderman Chapman, second, Alderman Chastain. Vestro. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes? Ayes have it.
5.10, approve decline a request to temporarily appoint Lieutenant Haskell Allen to acting battalion chief with compensation of battalion chief submitted by David Iker, interim fire chief.
So move. So move. Second.
There's a motion by Chastain and second by Alderman Chapman. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
1, approve decline the recommendation to hire Alexander Torres for the vacant position of full-time certified firefighter submitted by David Aker, interim fire chief.
So move. Second,
Alderman,
second with a question.
motion by Alderman Wilson and second by Alderman Chapman. Question?
Yes, sir. Now, certified means he already got his certification. That's what okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mayor.
Any other question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes? Ayes have it.
Item 5.12, approve decline a resolution authorizing the submittal of an application for the 2027 Gulf Coast Restoration Fund grant application for a Highway 63/Escatawba Natural Gas Expansion Project, $1 million, and authorization to provide matching funds of 20% of the project costs from Restore Act funds awarded to the city, submitted by Mayor Billy E. Knight.
Let me just mention the item 12, 5.12, 13, and 14 are request funding from the legislator. That's what this is about, because we have to upload it to the portal. And this is getting permission to make these requests of our legislators come January for GCRF funding for these projects. Just want to give you a background on what this is about so you're clear what you're voting on. This is simply to allow us to make application for the request for legislators this coming session. Item 5.12. What's the pleasure of the board?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderman Leonard, second by Alderman Vestro or Chastain. Chastain. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have it.
Item 5.13, approve to find a resolution authorizing the submittal of an application for the 2027 Gulf Coast Restoration Fund grant application for Mississippi's Point of Connection, Interstate 10 Commercial Corridor Improvements Project of $1 million, and authorization to provide matching funds up to 20% of the project cost from Restore Act funds awarded to the city, submitted by Mayor Billy E. Knight, Sr.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Alderman Chapman, second by Alderman Wilson. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Item 5.14, approve decline a resolution authorizing the submittal of an application for the 2027 Gulf Coast Restoration Fund grant application for Lost Points redevelopment project for $1 million and authorization to provide matching funds up to 20% of the project cost from other grant funds awarded to the city, submitted by Mayor Billy E. Knight, Sr.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderman Wilson, second by Alderman Chapman. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Item 5.15, approve decline an agreement for general consulting geographic information services between the city of Moss Point, Mississippi and Neil Schaefer, Inc., submitted by Mayor Billy E. Knight, Sr.
Rich, can you give me a little background on that, Rich?
So, what happened is, we're doing this study and trying to get the water and sewer laws mapped, documented in GIS, water, sewer, natural gas, and drainage. And so what this will do is this contract, and I want to point out it's hourly. So if we don't spend any time, if we don't get solicited to enter information into GIS, there's no cost to the city. We will only bill as we're solicited for information. So basically, we do an annual thing where we, if Clearwater goes out and they find a new water map, they'll report that to us and then we'll come out and shoot it, or they'll shoot it, get the coordinates, and we enter that into the GIS system. So that's what this contract's for, stuff like that. Or they may find a water line that they didn't know was there, and we'll document it and enter it into the GIS system. So that's what this.
Thank you, Rich.
Mr. Mayor,
Question?
Rich, you might be able to attest to this, but when Roy was here, we started that GIS at the request for the gas system. We started that at the request of the commissioner. So we had some of that. Since you're charging by the hour, some of that's already done. So I'd like to at least collaborate with Clearwater to make sure we don't do any redundant surveying, save a little time and money. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question?
My question is, I guess, because we had this meeting, special call meeting last week, and the real concern was that we don't have water interest north of the bridge, and we were just trying to make sure that just explaining how this GIS or how we are going to be charged for something that we don't have interest in as far as north of these bridges.
Yeah, anything, any water and sewer items entered north of the river be a cost incurred by JCP. Now, the city still does manage the natural gas.
Gotcha.
Streets. So those will be items that will be charged to the city, but that water and sewer north of the river will not be.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question? Do I have a motion on the floor?
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Alderman Chapman, second by Alderman Westrum. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 5.16, approved decline of request by Sarah Crow for a refund in the amount of $140 for new member account and connection fee submitted by Madeline Gary, Utilities Department Supervisor.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Wilson,
Second.
second by Alderman Chapman. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Ayes have it.
Item 5.17, approved decline of request by Stanley Nash for a refund in the amount of $140 for new member account and connection fees submitted by Madeline Gary, Utilities Department Supervisor.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Chapman, second by Alderman Westrum. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays. Ayes have it.
Item 5.18, approve, disapprove the need for continuing such local emergency for a projected tropical disturbance commencing on or about 12 p.m. on the 20th day of July, 2026, submitted by Tricia Big Pen, City Clerk.
Let me just mention to you that before you vote on this, that we are watching the weather. The county and the other cities are meeting to discuss whether or not we should be open tomorrow, depending on the weather. This local emergency is for right now. But if need be, depending on the weather, cities and counties may be closed for business tomorrow. But this is just to approve a local emergency at the moment. Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Both Alderman Chapman, second Alderman Wilson.
Now,
Yes.
how will we get that information if we decide to close?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a video, I will put it on our Facebook. Yeah, if we closed, if that decision's made, we'll put it on our Facebook and website, and I'll put out a short video about it as well, to the public, but we'll email our board members to make them aware, and all the department heads. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let me just mention again before I turn and read the last two items is that we just got this call, I said earlier today, about this invoice and money was available. And I just want to bring it to the board attention that we really have to be careful about our spending with CDBG, because in the past, we got a notice, I think you see it a part of your statement from a young lady named Dana, that we have not been spending our money in a timely manner. And if we're not careful, we're gonna lose this money, or even lose the participation of CDBG. And so we just got to make sure our plan that we have is consistent with what we think we need to do in our city. But what has been happening, we're finding in the past that our plan says one thing, but we cannot spend the money based on the plan. So we have a lot of money carried over. So we really got to plan and make sure that what we're saying we want to do, that we've got projects that will fit the plan so that we can spend the money. So that's what this is about here. Our department need a lot of, and Chief, what we got today is there's $118,000 that we could buy the equipment that you want. We asking board to approve that tonight so we can get that check drawn down within 3 days. Get that done.
Item 5.19, approve to decline a recommendation from the CDBG department to accept the Sunbelt Fire Tank quote in the amount of $118,995 to purchase equipment for the fire department and amend the budget accordingly, submitted by Mayor Billy E. Knight Sr. Funds to be paid from the fire department equipment line item and reversed from CDBG entitlement funds.
So move. Second.
Motion Alderman Chapman, Wilson, and second Alderman Chapman. Is there any questions?
We got to spend it by when now?
Then,
28.
By the 28th.
to 28.
another question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 5.20, approve or decline a recommendation from CDBG department to pay the Sun Herald publication quote in the amount of $495.52 for the community development block at public hearings, annual action plan 2026, consolidated plan amendments, and capers 2023-2025, and amend the budget accordingly, submitted by Mayor Billy E. Knight Sr. Funds to be paid from the advertising line item and reimbursed from CDBG entitlement funds.
So moved.
Second.
Motion Alderman Chapman and second Alderman Wilson. Are there any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes. Ayes have it.
Don't have, discussion, executive session.
And when you see on the board, that's the end of our agenda. Is there any other comments or questions? The motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you all for coming.